Now let's talk about Hilton and Marriott. Up first is Marriott, which is a transfer partner of American Express, Chase Ultimate Rewards, and Bilt Rewards. Marriott has some interesting value points. So here is what 1 week in Waikiki would look like. Rather than paying $160 a night in cash, you can pay over 40,000 points per night to stay at this hotel in Waikiki. That is including a 5th night free award, where they're not charging you points for that 5th night. The Sheraton in Waikiki, similar thing. It's charging you $384 a night to pay cash, or 420,000 points to stay here for a week. Your return on your investment would be 0.3 cents per point or 0.5 cents per point if you were to transfer American Express, Chase, or Bilt to your Marriott account and book this hotel. Depending on where you're booking and when you're booking, your points can be more valuable, such as in this case, where if you were to stay in Phoenix for the weekend, your points would be worth 0.9 cents or 1 cent per point. This may fluctuate based on which weekend you're booking, but there are some better values than we saw in Waikiki. Different programs are valued differently by different websites. One of the most common valuers, if I can use that word, is nerdwallet.com, and they value Marriott Bonvoy points at 0.9 cents. Forbes, on the other hand, gives a range. They say you should not book it unless you're getting at least 0.74 cents back. But there are opportunities for higher returns than this. Should I transfer my points to Marriott? My answer, you should definitely not. Unless you have Marriott points already and you just need an extra 1,000 or 2,000, I would not waste your points on Marriott. If you like to stay at Marriott properties, I would recommend getting an additional card such as this one, the Marriott Bonvoy Boundless card. I have this one purely because it gives me 1 free night a year, but for everyday spending, it will give you 2 points back on your purchases. So for example, if you were to put $1,000 of miscellaneous goods on your American Express or Chase card, you're only going to get 1,000 points back. If you were to transfer those to Marriott at a 0.9 cent per point value, you would get a 0.9% return on your spending. If, on the other hand, you were to put that exact same $1,000 worth of purchases on a Marriott card, you would get 2,000 Marriott points back, which would give you a 1.8 return on your spending. Again, I think you can get better value from things like the Capital One Venture X card or the Citi Double Cash card. But depending on your situation and how much you love Marriott, a different card might be a good option. Here are some of the benefits you get when you have an American Express Platinum card. You become a Gold Elite member automatically every year on Marriott, even if you don't stay one night at their hotel. So when you do stay, you get a 2 p.m. late checkout, which is nice, and enhanced room upgrades. That's about it. There are cards that will give you Platinum Elite status, which can give you guaranteed lounge access, which comes with breakfast. That's pretty nice, particularly when you're staying at a hotel that has a very expensive breakfast. Titanium Elite status cannot be earned just by having a credit card, but if you did stay enough days and you got this status, you would get United Mileage Plus Silver status, which has some additional benefits, and that's a cool perk. Hilton Honors is a very popular program around the world, and it transfers only from American Express at a 1-to-2 ratio. So if you were to book this DoubleTree Suites or this Hampton in Salt Lake City, you would pay 40,000 points a night. You would need to transfer 20,000 American Express points to make that happen, but the Hilton points themselves are worth 0.4 cents. Other values, like this hotel in Paris, can go up 0.7 cents a night. Just like with Marriott, there's varying degrees of value in the Hilton program. So if you are going to transfer points to Hilton or Marriott, just make sure that you're going to use it to book a hotel that's not going to give you rock bottom value for your points. Here's a similar example that we used for Marriott with other spending. So if you were to put $1,000 of miscellaneous purchases on an American Express card, you would get 1,000 points, which you could transfer to Hilton and get a 1.2% return on that spend. If you were to put that exact same $1,000 worth of purchases on a Hilton card, you would get 5,000 Hilton points if you have this particular business card. That would give you a 3% return on your spending, assuming a 0.6 cent per point value. Hilton does not charge for stays on award fees so long as you're a Hilton Honors member, which is cool. You get a 5th night free award if you are a silver member or gold or diamond. And at the gold level, you get a daily food and beverage credit. This is why after checking Hyatt to see if they have great award stays for a good value, if it's not available, I'm going to check Hilton and see what their cash rates are. because often Hilton properties, even if you book them for $100 a night overseas, are going to have a great breakfast that they otherwise would charge you $30 or $40 a night per person to have. But with the American Express card, you automatically get that gold status. That's going to give you breakfast for you and a +1, even if you paid a low rate for the hotel or you just paid with points. At the diamond level, you get executive lounge access, which, depending on the hotel, can have like the equivalent of a small light dinner. On my honeymoon, we passed through Cairo, and my wife and I were upgraded to a room that had executive lounge access. They were being very kind to us. Hilton, like a lot of other programs, has great customer service, and they take care of their elites very well. Had I stayed at Hilton properties a lot? No, not very much. But the fact that I had the American Express Gold Card gave me gold status, and then they treated me like I'd stayed at their hotel lots of times. Even if it's not the best value for your points, I am going to show you how to transfer your points to Hilton or Marriott or any other program that American Express transfers to. I've already shown you how to do this for Chase, and the process is relatively the same regardless of which credit card you're using. Just have to dig around a little bit. For American Express, you're going to go to americanexpress.com, log into your account, click Explore Rewards on the bottom right. From there, you're going to click Earn and Redeem. You can see all the different ways that they try to get you to use your points. You're going to want to click Transfer Points. From there, it'll show you all the different partners that they have. If you scroll down, you can find Marriott. When you find the partner that you like, click Show Details, and then you'll enter the amount of points that you want to transfer. You can see that American Express is doing the conversion for you to show you how many points you have to transfer to get 2,000 Hilton Honors points. Make sure it's the right account, and then review the transfer. Here's how to do it for Marriott as well. You can see I've never even entered my partner account number with Marriott because I've never transferred my points from American Express to Marriott. Once you decide how many points you need to transfer, click Submit Transfer, and it will go through a few minutes later. Again, I would recommend not doing this up until the point that you need to, because the minute you transfer them to Hilton or to Marriott or any other program, it is not reversible.